How do you think generation rent will affect the lettings industry now and in the future, Tom?
Okay, so I'm part of Generation Rent, rented for probably about 10 years now, and I think two of the main impacts will be expectations. So Generation Rent want things now, and they want things instantly. But the other thing is they're willing to pay for stuff, and they have disposable income, and they're willing to pay for convenience. So I think we have to raise our game. We need to make sure that we're listening to all customers.
When you say we, who's that?
The industry as a whole.
Yes.
We're part of the industry. And so we need to raise our game. And we also need to offer products as well, because this is how we can make extra revenue and monetize all customers.
When you say extra products, what do you mean by that?
So loads of things. So we've got one big product out in the industry right now, which is deposit replacement. We could obviously talk a lot about that. But that's an example of actually offering something that's about convenience to a generation that are willing to pay for that.
When you say tenants will pay more, what do you mean? Is that more for the property itself, or for extra services, or everything?
It could be everything. It could be, is there competition on the property? Do they want to get through the process quicker? Are there any additional services that you can add?
But when you say generation rent, a lot of people just think that's just London people. Is that true, or is that throughout the whole of the UK?
No, I think that's over the whole UK. I think we're in a place where actually the whole world is more connected. People want to move around and can move around really, really cheap. You can fly across Europe for a fiver. If people might not necessarily want to be tied down to a mortgage, and we're in a place now where we can facilitate that with technology.
Why do you think more people rent today than they did probably 10 or 20, 30 years ago?
Well, house prices have increased dramatically. Number one, my dad tells me that he bought his first house for about 20 grand in London. He's 460. No, house prices have increased, and I think people's expectations have changed. We've got people in our company that actually have owned houses and have sold them because they want to rent now.
Do you think there's a stigma to renting now?
I think there has been a stigma, but I don't think there is anymore.
Do you genuinely believe that Generation Rent will pay absolute top dollar for a property if they get good service and a good property?
Over the odds. I think that people will always pay a fair price. So I don't think we can charge extortionate rates. But I think people are willing to pay for convenience. Amazon Prime, massive example of that. People pay £7 a month. For something they may never use, but when you want it, you get next day delivery.
Trust me, my wife gets the most value out of that in the world.
I'm sure you love that.
Indeed, I do. And we're on first name terms with the Amazon man. So, in terms of where can Goodlord help with Generation Rent?
So Goodlord can help by providing services. We can help by offering a user experience that is up to date with what people's expectations are, and we can constantly keep connected to Generation Rent.
I mean, if you don't mind me saying, a lot of my clients do use Goodlord, and they say it's absolutely fantastic. And I'm not being paid for that, and I bloody well should be. But I think agents should seriously consider using Goodlord because it makes their life so much easier. But it's like most things, you have to adopt it and really immerse yourself in it. Mm-hmm. What would you say to any agent who's thinking of using Goodlord?
And so you hit the nail on the head there. You really need to make the decision in your business that we're trying to solve a problem, which is our costs are increasing and we want to stay in line with the industry. And to do that, you need to adopt technology and you need to make the conscious decision.
Because that's the connection, isn't it? That the Goodlord platform will enable you to look after your Generation Rent, which eventually will turn into your customers.
Yeah.
And if we're in it for the long game, we have to look after these people.
Yeah, and it'll allow you to compete with people that are pushing down prices. Actually, you can keep running an efficient business by using our technology, but you need to get your whole business behind it, and you need to make the jump.
Thank you, Tom.